Confident, vibrant, and quirky with an edge, this is 10 Minutes with Tiffany J, featuring the inside scoop on her mind, embodying interests, thoughts, and opinions. Also, the day in the life of an upcoming artist as she juggles the world around her, a 9-to-5, along with a handful of gifts and talents that will blow your mind. All things Tiffany J on her website at www.misstiffanyj.com. Now, let's get into the show. We are back. So, I just always want to get into the episode because you already had the introduction prior to. If you're somebody like me who goes 150 or 200 miles an hour, and sometimes it can come off like you're scatterbrained, this is the podcast for you. It's basically where you could sit down and just pause. I don't know if you listen to it while you drive, you listen to it like when you get ready to walk into work, or I don't know. I got the stats and they were saying between 11 a.m. and 5 p.m. is when people listen to it. So this could be helping you out throughout your day. So I know I listen to podcasts like while I'm at work just to give me something to do. So I am in the process of creating my curriculum, and it dawned on me today, even though today may be whatever day it is for you, today is Thursday for me. And so I'm kind of walking you through like my planning process. Now for the curriculum, what I'm first going to do is I'm going to look at my old one that I made like several years ago, right? And just kind of look at that as a template of what to do. What I want to say is when you guys plan, you can have a plan and know that the plan may change. It's something that I learned from the STEP team. We would have a routine, even with dance, we would have a routine. And at the last minute, if we're not getting it, or if it doesn't look good, or if we need to change it because there's a time restriction, that's been introduced, then we would have to make changes. And so what I've learned in the last year is, and I've had to express this to my team members at work, because I'll leave a plan for them, right? And then when I come back, they'll tell me, I tried to do this, but I thought you was going to be mad because, we didn't finish. And I was like, okay, first of all, I'm not going to be mad. Two, like, I appreciate your effort to get the what was listed out done. But remember, like, based on these other factors that we can't control, the plan may have to change. And that's what I'm constantly doing, like adjusting the plan. So I say that to say that I'm taking those same tools, thoughts, or whatever, and I'm implementing that to my personal life. Like, you have a plan, you have a set schedule. Like, I'm going to be at work. But if I'm late, or if I need to get there early because we got somebody special coming in, like a DM or whatever, like, okay, the plan may change and fluctuate. Hence, back to my curriculum, the plan may change. So as I'm formulating it, I'm trying to figure out, like, what do I want it to look like? How do I make it work for me? So for example, if you are creating something for yourself to, like, for your projects or something that you want to work on, what I would say is take the day that you decide to do it, right? Like, today's the day that I decided to do it, and I'm going to tell you how I'm doing. So today, I had nothing else planned but my Thursday night things, and that's this evening. So if I've been getting up at 6-7 o'clock every week, there's no excuse. I should not be sleeping in until 12. Because what are you doing? You're wasting your time. So just get up, take your time getting up and, use the bathroom, get something to eat, all that stuff, right? Make sure you do that. But it's still, I don't want to stress you and say it's still a working day, but it's a day of progress and a day to move forward and to be better at your craft or your discipline, whatever it is that you want to do. So I have already I'm on episode 5 now. So what I did was about 45 minutes ago, I said to myself, I have so much going on in my mind, and I said I was going to do this podcast. Why don't I just go ahead? Because I like to pre-schedule and have everything laid out. So I said, take the next hour and a half, 2 hours, and do all of your episodes, 7 days worth. And that's it. Don't try to do any more or any less, but do 7 days worth, right? And then whatever they called, call them that, put your description down, And then next thing you know, you post them, because the consistency sometimes can't happen every single day. It's not like, now I would say they may still do it. And especially back in the day where but the difference is with TV shows, they were doing it weekly. So you had the whole week to learn your lines, and then you meet up, to table read, and then you'll, actually tape the show live. With things being different and social media asking for more of a demand, especially it's different if I'm only doing one discipline like the podcast. But if I'm doing 4, right? With it, where it's my music, my art, my dance, and the podcast. Now, I do know dance is going to take care of itself because I'm not in charge of that. I am under, within an organization, so it will kind of take care of itself. Music is similar, but it's still on me to lead, to do that, as well as everything else as far as art and the podcast. So starting with the podcast, because that's the most simplest thing to do if I have things to talk about, right? So I said, you need to get up and begin to talk to the people, and don't be in one of the last episodes, I was concerned or fearful about what to say. Out of everything that I had been watching, one girl, her name is Tiffany B, I forgot her last name, but she talks about a lot of spiritual things. And she has a lot of followers on her YouTube, right? And her Facebook, but her podcast, she was saying only 10 people follow her there. And she was and she don't even really want to put that out, but that's just for her to get her thoughts out. And I was I like that. And I'm sure if she were to open it up, to more of the masses, everybody will flock over there, right? So that's kind of what it is for me. The podcast, eventually it'll be a way to make money if there's more advertising, if there's more advertisers that want to partake, or if you want to, get an ad on this or something like that, we could do that. But it's more so a space for me to hash out my thoughts, and for you guys to also see the mind behind the person that you see online every day, posting the pictures and things like that. You could put words, a voice, a personality with the face, as out there as I may seem, I am actually a pretty shy individual, and I know how to turn the switch on when it's time to go to work. But a lot of times when I'm on the spot, it's scary. It's a little daunting. And so with this podcast, it helps me with that. And the very first time that I felt that I could do that was when I was preparing for the surgery, and I did those 42 days for the healing journey. And I just spoke and I said what I wanted to say based on my quotes, and I went from there. Now those, I'm getting residuals as far as views from those, because I put them on my Facebook and people are forever watching them, and that's great. And I also put it on my YouTube, so that will eventually, not only for fibroids, but for anybody who's healing or for anybody who needs anything positive, right? That will take care of itself. And when we talk about content, people that are content builders and creators, just create the content. The thing is, you want your blueprint of who you are to go out into the atmosphere. Nothing can happen if you don't put anything out. All the energy that you are constantly creating and regenerating, because you're regenerating yourself every single day. When you wake up, you have cells that die and new cells that grow, right? So as you regenerate, why don't you, yes, you listening to this, put something out there? One of my friends, Saray, she's a history buff, and she is also a writer for this website as far as old historical sites in Charlotte. And that's really, really cool. She's now adding value to that particular site, that particular community, and anybody that wants to listen to it or listen and read, right? So I have to constantly say to myself, and I'm saying to you, don't be afraid. Don't hold it in. If there's something that you want to say, if there's something that you want to express, like I mentioned in the last couple episodes back, you never know who's listening or who's watching and whose day you're going to make by just expressing and being yourself. So why not be you? Because you're the only you. Even if you are a twin or a triplet or a quadruplet or quintuplet or whatever, just be you. The very essence of you can be an inspiration and save somebody's life. So do that. be great, be happy, don't be afraid to be who you are, and everything will work out. That was another edition of 10 Minutes with Tiffany J. I hoped you all enjoyed yourselves. I know I did. Now you can get more episodes on my website at www.misstiffanyj.com. But don't stop there. Hop on over to the music tab and check out your favorite Tiffany J record, starting with my latest singles, Work For It and Callin' Me, which is on all digital platforms. Also with a bomb video showcase on YouTube featuring the Queen City, Charlotte, North Carolina. All right, y'all, this is for the few people that I rock with, and if you want to connect with any of them for their expertise in their craft, hit me up so that I can link you. First, I want to shout out my indie label 646 Entertainment Group. It's a one-stop shop for the ultimate music experience, artist development, engineering, road management, business awareness on how to properly release your songs, get royalties, and more. Next, I want to shout out No Gossip, Just Talk with Tanisha and Mitra, who inspired me to step outside of my comfort zone and start this podcast. I pop up every now and then with a topic, and we have a blast with Girl Talk 101. Special attention needs to be drawn to my boy, Sarian, for answering my prayers and becoming a part of my journey musically and beyond. More to come as life unfolds. I'll save some for later. Now, my jewel, no pun intended, is my accountability partner who has like the exact same mind as me. When we link, things happen in the atmosphere. I am so glad we crossed paths. Angel, my love, you are an inspiration. Dance fitness is a lifestyle, and you do it with such ease. If anyone wants to be fit, curvy, wavy, let me know. We can get our dance craze on with Angel. She's also one of the guests of No Gossip, Just Talk, so make sure you check her out there. Last but not least for now, the Purple Charlotte Steppers Club, which embodies an entire dance community of some of the best people I've met on the planet. You'll see me live there Thursday at 6:30 on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram with the Purple Thursday Experience. Now, if you listening to this need ad space and want to join the platform, DM me and we'll discuss membership so that we can get your business out there. Reserve your spot is next with Purple Charlotte Steppers Club. You all take care.
What's up, Dance World? This your boy Herschel KG. This beautiful lady is.
I'm Tiffany J.
If you missed out last week, you do not want to miss out this week because last week was lit.
Amazing. So, if you want to be in the building, make sure you go to purplecharlotte.com. Reserve your spot.
Yeah.
Okay? And if you can't make it, it's all right because you can go to Purple Charlotte Steppers Club on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. And do what?
Join us live.
6:30 on Thursdays. We'll see you there, okay? We your hosts, Tiffany J.
Herschel KG.
Deuces.
Deuces.
We'll see you there.